Oh gosh. Hello, hello. Hi, Salamander. Oh, I'm still getting everything neatly sorted out for the stream today. There's something I think that you should know. Salamander, that is that you. That's right, I'm talking about you. You are my little PogChamp, and nothing can change that. Alright. So, yeah. Hey, everyone. We're gonna be getting back into Baldur's Gate 3 again now that I'm done with my hiatus times. And gonna try and swoosh right back in where we were more or less, which was, I believe, at the last light. We're gonna be joined a little later in by our third teammate, Daza, but for now, I am Beatrice, playing Beatrice, a goblin monk. And I am playing with...
Before I give an introduction, I've tried to join your game a couple times. It's not working.
That's weird. I sent an invite just now, so hopefully that works.
No.
Hmm.
Hi, y'all. I'm Abby. I'm one of these SOs, and it seems we have technical difficulties.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Multiplayer.
Did you change your mod loadout in any way?
No? Let me check the Vortex app to be sure. Boo, boo. But no, I haven't played since the last time we played as a group. And
Let me reload then and see if
okay.
I can fix that. Because it doesn't throw up any errors on my end, so I can't really tell.
It doesn't say anything about anything being not functional. Hey, Jar, how's it going? We're having technical difficulties, as all things are bound to do. And, yeah, hopefully we're able to make this work with the update and mods not breaking anything. Fact is, I don't know, though. I really don't know. The fuck? When did I get...
What happened?
I got an illithid PowerPoint somehow. The fuck?
I think it might be because I picked up. I had to use one to clear a debuff, and now it's a party-wide resource.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, we're trying to get this sorted. How y'all doing? Alright, I sent you another invite over the Steam Messenger.
All right. once it finishes loading up the main screen, I'll
Mm,
take the invite and
mm.
see where it takes me.
But yeah, how you doing, Jar? I don't think I've heard yet how Salamander and Inji are doing today either. I have spent today doing around 2 hours or so on the treadmill. I've been trying to get better at that since now that I actually have some risque clothing to wear, I want to make sure I'm able to actually feel good about wearing it. Then did some cleaning. There's I don't know how I fell into it, but there's just a couple of videos on like this one's about urban exploration in Disney World parks. This one's about like there's a famous animatronic that just got stolen from one and no one knows where it is. Stuff like that. I did not know that one of the Disney parks did try to just straight up do a legitimate horror attraction. And now I'm a little sad that it doesn't exist anymore for good reasons, because no one seemed to read the signs saying, hey, this is a scary attraction. If you don't want to be scared, don't freaking get on this attraction. I also didn't know that there was a time when Gilbert Godfrey had broken into one of the attractions and was just, despite everyone's best efforts, living in the magic tiki bar, tiki room.
All right, it's not working.
It's not working? Hmm.
I'll need to take a look at your mod order. It might be that I've
All
had
right.
to reset mine. I thought I had it back to where it was, but
I
apparently
haven't
that
like
isn't the case.
touched it at all, so I do
Yeah,
not have
it's
thought that it
probably
had
on my end.
changed. But
Probably on my end.
all right, I will open it up and share screen. So the order of the mods you have installed, that affects things too.
I have no idea. It might be. I know that the game wouldn't boot unless I had things in a specific order.
Hmm. Okay.
Well, the campaign part of the game. The menu would boot fine, but
All right. The sharing the screen. This is the order I have. You
okay.
live to be in constant fear. Oh, is that why you started playing the Alien Isolation game? See, I was just being a silly Billie Eilish and thought that, oh, you just wanted to smooch the xenomorph, which, like, if that's the case, no judgment. I know a lot of I know a lot of monster fuckers, like, good on them. But
What is lslib divine tool?
um let's see. Truth be told, I don't remember.
It looks like it's not compatible.
All right. Well, let's I guess well first I'll check for update. Okay, not that. So I guess I'll just remove it for now. And hope that that wasn't like oh oh oh.
What the?
Oh. I think that might have been a load bearing sombrero.
Oh, I guess reinstall it. Let me double check to see if I have everything installed.
Does anyone else remember that? I think it was a story in some Valve game where it might have been like a TF2 story where someone was going through the files trying to, learn how the game worked, and they found that there's just like a picture of something like a cheeseburger or something weird like that randomly in there. And every time they tried to take it out, the game just could not run. It refused to run. It was like a load bearing picture. It was a load bearing JPEG of a cheeseburger or something.
That has to be an inside joke.
Hmm. Well, it's not giving me the alert anymore, so I guess that's improvement.
A small improvement. Okay, I'm gonna launch the game again. It'll take a few minutes.
All right. I'll try going back to the main menu and loading up again. I don't know. Both options are true. Fair and valid. Uh, gonna be in and out a bit. Gotta lay down and attempt a nap. Hey, no problem. Mm. Mm. Never actually seen where these guys on the main menu go. Are they just gonna walk off the cliff, or are they?
Well, it's at the part of the game where I don't think that they should be, because they look like a low-level party.
Hey, you over there? What you doing? Okay, I guess it just.
Alright, I have launched the game. It has not broken, so that's a
All
good sign.
right. I am loading up the save file again. Stops stream sharing the mods menu.
No one cares. No one but us.
Let's try joining B's game. Let's see if that works. It does not.
Oh gosh. Hmm.
I've gotten all the mods in. I'm gonna try to load up a early save with the same mod group to see if it causes any problems.
Let's just go already. But we don't even know the way to Moonrise.
It must be the patch.
Hmm. Well, if it doesn't work, we'll just have to figure something else out to do.
Well, what is there to do?
Um. Hmm. Well, let's see. If not BG3, I always forget how to check what games other people have too. I know that's a thing you can do though. Let's see. Do you have Binding of Isaac Rebirth?
Let me check my library.
Hmm.
I do, but not installed.
I'm just trying to think of what games I know have online multiplayer. Bo, bo, bo. I know Crypt of the Necrodancer does. River City Girls is always offline multiplayer. That is to say, like over the stream or checking something else out, doing like armchair co-op where it's like, okay, well, we're not actually doing co-op, but we're just kind of talking, hanging out, commenting on things.
Let's see what this does.
So the game works fine with mods installed, so I assume that the patch hasn't affected those, but something has broke between my version and yours. It will not throw up a error screen for me to determine that.
Interesting. Maybe I don't know if there's a way to determine like a difference of versions or what that would even really be. It doesn't really feel like the kind of game that's going to be super fun to play on my own, especially when the whole thing right now is just this is a group thing, you know?
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. I mean, I guess I could just start a new game, but that doesn't seem particularly fun either.
And there's no guarantee that we'd actually be able to do anything. Because the game might still be fucked that way.
Do you have a Power Wash Simulator?
I do not.
So you could try doing an escape room. Let's see. I guess I could try starting something like, I don't know, like an XCOM or something else in that vein. It's still a single player, but Is there anything that you would want to play together?
I honestly don't know.
Hmm. 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 Oh, do you want to
Hmm?
try? I'm curious to see if something has actual multiplayer differences, but have you seen the demo for the game Goblin Cleanup?
No. What is that one about?
It is. I've heard it described as viscera cleanup detail, but with quality of life and quality of death features. And you play as cute anime goblin maids and butlers, cleaning up a dungeon after adventurers have met their untimely demise before the next batch of adventurers to meet their untimely demise goes through.
Is this based off of the previous sci-fi clean a horror scene simulator?
Viscera cleanup detail?
Yep.
Uh, it definitely has a lot of elements that feel like it, I would say, at least.
All right. That's fair.
It's not much, but it's at least something multiplayer. And it's totally free, since it is just the demo.
Let me check how much space it'll take up.
Okay.
Oh, it's downloading pretty quick. We probably should have tested before we started stream.
Eh. Oh, it had no problem before any of the others, so. And short of, like, completely uninstalling and re-downloading everything, I can't think of.
Which would take it a whole freaking day.
Yeah, exactly. I can't think of too much else to try for that.
All right. Looks like it loaded pretty well.
Epitome's having a challenging day, and I promised that I would make him some savory meat pies for dinner. Not yet sure what kind of pie I'm going to be doing, but hopefully I'll be able to figure out something. So I will be right back. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna host our lobby. Go. Ah.
There we go.
Oh, models are pretty cute. Also, I heard a rumor about something, so let me see if I can remember which button it is. So I have heard a rumor about the nature of the goblin's panties.
Yes.
So I'm trying to figure out, like, where's a place where I can get the right... don't walk in front of that. Let's see. Trying to figure out, because I can't crouch down. Oh.
Nope.
I wonder. Eh. Yeah.
Where did you get the mop?
So use your 2 key to take out your mop spear, and
Yep.
then you're gonna spear one of the little jelly mops.
Oh.
It is very cute.
Little guy.
I am looking forward to this game, though. It's like... I would be interested in trying out something like Viscera Cleanup Detail if it wasn't such a really harsh game.
How do you hit the lever again?
Oh, you've got to switch back to your hand, and you can pull it. Yeah. In fact, another thing that we can do is take one of these cleaning bins and just put a bunch of the little guys in them for later. Oh, that one went right to the mimic. Okay. If you need to get rid of a used up slime, make sure you're holding it out far enough. You can also shake them off if you need to for whatever reason. Slime? You stop that, mimic. Alright. I like it though, it feels a lot more peaceful, relaxing even, compared to Viscera. I'm not living in as constant fear that I'm going to make an increasingly worse mess of something. Hmm? Yeah, there you go.
No, stay there. Stay. Stay.
There we go. There's something about concepts like this, just of taking something fantastical and looking at the very mundane nuts and bolts of it, that's very soothing somehow.
Yeah, I can agree with that. It feels whimsically mundane.
That's a good way of putting it.
Like, there's still a little bit of the fantasy in it, but it's not like Wheel of Time, where the mundane is just the mundane.
Yep, mind the traps, love.
I see them. How did this table even get there?
Good question. Oh. Something over here. Let's see, any other stains over here? Are you much a fan of chore sims like this?
I don't play them often, but it's not for lack of interest. It's just that. Hello, Miso.
Hello.
Hello, sorry, I am late to the party. I have
That's
been
alright.
sucked into a game called Foxhole.
Don't
What are we
worry,
playing?
the Baldur's Gate 3 game does not work.
Yeah, I mean, if you have any insight as to why, I'm more than happy to try and learn. But
I mean, I can take a look at it tonight. I have been sucked into a game called Foxhole.
Understandable.
yeah,
I'll see you in a month.
you do feel like the kind of person that would be drawn into a fox's hole.
I mean, that isn't where I was going with it, but I guess. I can't say no. What is the game that you're playing?
This is Goblin Cleanup.
It looks a lot like Viscera Cleanup Detail.
It is inspired by that, I would say, but much more user-friendly, and you play as cute goblin mates, so that's nice. The conceit is, you know, those dungeons where they're just death traps, but despite that, they never seem to be particularly damaged from previous attempts. You play as the people whose job it is to, clean up the dungeon after one batch of failed adventurers before the next batch.
How much is it?
This is the free demo right now. So there's only 2 levels currently, but honestly,
Do we have
I've had fun with it.
a release date?
Let me check the Steam page.
Oh,
Oh, uh-oh. Did
I made
something
more mess.
Oh. I don't think there's a release date yet. At least not on the store page. The spike trap got you?
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Wonder if I can set it off with a slime. Probably. I'm really glad we're at a cultural point where we can just have cute goblins. I feel like that's a major step forward in our civilization. Ah, you found the eye.
I installed the eye by accident. I need to deactivate it now.
Oh.
In my hubris, I thought that
Ah! Careful!
I managed it. But now we have a death trap. And I'm not sure how to disable it.
Okay, I think if we split up, one of us can get around to grab it. Because you can still grab things you've already placed. So I think if one of us can get close, we should be able to grab
I got it.
Yeah! You've been working on a cute Australian goblin for your book. You've had a goblin character for a while now. You haven't fleshed out much. Ooh. Well, what do you have? Also, hey Rose, how's it going?
Which Con Europe tickets on sale now? You guys want to go to Europe?
Oh no.
I don't want to go to Europe. Oh, you. Oh. How do I drop this?
I think it's E again.
I'm pressing E. It does not.
Oh, X, actually.
X?
There we
There we
go.
go.
I'm gonna bring the bucket of mop heads with us. Wow, indeed.
Oh, you know what I haven't done in a while?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, never mind. She's on PNG, so it won't work anyways.
Hmm? What?
I was gonna throw stuff at you and then spin you and quack.
Oh, well.
You know, my usual greeting.
Well, I can still set up for something later.
Hold on,
I walked backwards into
Yeah.
Wait, where's my quack? Where's my quack? Is my quack gone?
In hindsight, we probably shouldn't be feeding them goblin meat, but I feel like we're teaching it
We're a little
bad
past that.
lessons. Yeah.
the. A little past that.
Alright. Here we go, over here. Still working on a full body pick. You can't draw. Come visit you in Europe. Let me pet you IRL. I mean... Ooh! Goosentite. I mean... I guess I technically could, but right now I'm still just saving money to even get as far as Chicago.
What are you doing in Chicago?
I am going to a convention. Well, this is assuming that the subathon, which really isn't much of a subathon since I'd prefer to incentivize people like direct donations or stuff like that, but I'm trying to raise money starting this Saturday, by the way, in case anyone forgot. This Saturday, 12 p.m. EST, I'm going to potentially be debuting my new model, my 3.0, as well as also raising money so that I can improve streams, sure, but mainly so I can visit my long distance girlfriend, Yaru, because, well, normally she lives in Vegas, which is almost about as far as you can get away from where I am and still stay in the same country. But this is like, it's called Combo Breaker. It's a fighting game tourney / convention that she's helped staff at and is like really important to her. And I'll be honest, at the moment I don't really have any interest in fighting games, but I do have interest in her, and I want to try and take the effort to learn about the things partners like, you know?
So what you're telling me is while you're out in this direction, your guys are gonna drive 4 hours and come visit me as well.
Well, that depends on how well I'm able to raise money, because there's a good chance that I'm just not really able to raise enough money to do this. So it's like, alright, well, if I raise enough money to be able to, ideally, since I'm not, like, driving is out of the picture, I can't drive legally, and it would be well over a day of driving. The second worst option is
16 hours.
Yeah, but have you tried driving 16 hours? It's not fun.
Yes.
Then you know how not fun it is.
How do you think I got moved to Wisconsin?
But, yeah...
I did not magically teleport here.
The main issue I have is that I can't legally drive because I don't have a license. And I'm not really going to be able to get one and get a car separate from Epitomes and be able to make this trip. And I can't carpool with them. Well, I mean, I don't know if you can really afford to just also make a trip that far.
I mean, I could just ask Epitome and Breezy for support. I think that's fine.
Yeah, but that's what I'm already doing, basically.
Yeah, but at least I have a car. I'd be able to help you with that.
Yeah, but you would also have to, like, miss a ton of work.
Look at her being, you know, mindful of her girlfriend or partner.
Well, I mean, I'm every pronoun, so it's fine.
I'm every pronoun. It's all in me.
NB, but it's kind of flexible.
I was making the joke. What do you identify as? Yes.
Oh, also, let me see for Zakinator. But yeah, so, like, the second option would be to train out there, which I've done long train trips before, but I haven't done like 20-hour train ride before. I feel like that might be pushing it a bit.
They're fun. One of the ways when I came back,
I got
'cause I didn't have to worry about the dog. I took a train.
hmm. Uh, uh, then the fastest option and the most expensive is plane, which would cut the 20-hour trip down to 4 hours. So, like, we won't know for sure the pricing for that since I did a little bit of research and it seems like the cheapest time is generally about a month out from the trip. But currently, prospective rates are around like $550 for the round trip plane ticket, which that's a lot of money.
It is, but if you pick like an offbeat time that isn't like at the same time as holidays, it gets significantly cheaper.
Fair.
I've had to budget a little bit for going to see my dad, and A, month out, and B, on non-high traffic days, that really helps. I think the last bit is behind these swinging maces.
Okay. Alright. You got this.
I didn't got this.
Oh dear. How many
Honestly, though,
adventurers died in this dungeon? Hard to tell. We've added a lot of meat to it.
A Tomb of Horrors worth, I'd say.
I wonder how many of them just got their genders and alignments switched and then teleported nude out of the dungeon. I think that
Honestly,
was always
what
one of my
in the-
favorite traps in the Tomb of Horrors.
What in the isekai?
Yeah,
I got too close.
the way the trap works, and this is like canon to the actual D&D module. If you go through a certain area, which is like a magical cloud of mist, the first time you go through, your character's gender is changed and alignment is like reversed to like mirrored, so like lawful good to chaotic evil. The second time you go through, I believe it only changes the alignment, and if you go through a third time, it teleports you, only you, none of your clothing, none of your gear, to the entrance of the dungeon. So you're just with weird new gender stuff, and also you are naked in front of the Tomb of Horrors.
Which, honestly, for the 80s is pretty progressive.
Yeah.
I think it was meant more as a joke than...
Look, there has always been queer people playing D&D. Like, I would argue that it's kind of the main demographic.
I mean, yes, but I think that was put in there as, like, supposed to be a joke.
Almost certainly, but the fact that it was done without the stipulation that the other gender you're becoming is, like, mechanically inferior to what you are, it's not intentional, but does feel at least a little bit like ahead of its time.
Ah, I see the last blood stain.
It's in there, isn't it?
Okay, got it. Now I
Okay.
just need to safely get out. There we go. Alright, now we need to start.
Let's not put the eyes up first.
Okay.
What are the other two restorables?
I know there's another eye, so the eyes are at least half of it.
Yeah.
Must be in the main chamber, I guess.
Let's see. Barrels are fine.
I don't see anything up here.
Ah!
Oh no.
Hold on.
Hmm?
Okay. I'm going to go jump back over to the other call and watch the stream.
Oh,
Alright.
alright.
Alrighty. Because we're doing facility stuff.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
I'm making things. See you later.
Alright.
See ya.
Boy. No, that's where it's supposed to be. This is a tricky puzzle. No. No. No.
Let me see if it's back here. Oh, yeah. This area back here is missing its barrels. A 4-stack and 1 barrel.
Alright.
And of course the 1 barrel is behind swinging maces.
Oh, over there.
Yep.
Okay.
That's 1. Looking for a 4 pile.
I think I might have brought it out. Yes. Here we go. Okay, let's see.
Oh, no. Oh, this is supposed to go here.
Alright. We're in. And. Okay. Now it's just the eyeballs. I've got this one.
I got that one.
Yeah!
And that's it.
Yeah. Do you want to try the other level, or?
Oh, there's 2?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Everyone, make sure you're getting up to stretch. Gotta take care of your joints. I didn't. And now I'm terribly put together. Alright.
Give me a second to get it. Something to drink.
Yeah, no problem. I'm just setting up with some of the stuff.
Back.
Welcome back. Apparently one of the goals they're gonna have is character customizations. Looking forward to seeing what that means in practical terms for the models.
Probably means a lot of pretty maids.
Mm. I feel like this level has a more lived-in feel.
A bit, yeah.
Ooh. Okay. I wonder. Can I? Nope. Okay. I was seeing if I could set off a pressure plate with a meat hunk. Fortunately, no.
Let me set this to a position where it can...
Alright.
There you go.
Well, are there any games that you've been particularly looking forwards to or interested in trying lately?
I'll be honest, not very many, because I've been working so much that I haven't thought about any other games than the ones I've already been playing.
Hmm.
I've been trying to complete a long campaign in the RTS that I like, the mod for Empire at War, Awakening of the Rebellion, and that map is so fucking huge, I don't think I'll ever finish it.
Well, not with that attitude.
Well, I mean, it's also got some improvements to the AI, which, while it also makes them more intelligent, it also means that it does that RTS trick where they just give the AI more resources and more build time and less build time. So you have to both really be careful about what you lose and be able to repeat the same tricks over and over again in beating the AI, and that can be exhausting. And when you make mistakes, you really feel it.
I think I always get too anxious to play much in the way of RTSs.
I can feel
Turn-based
that.
I can do, because then it's like, alright, I have all the time in the world. I can just sit here and figure out, alright, what am I even doing here?
It's not nearly as painful when you have the time to plan out what you want to do.
In some ways, I would say that, yeah, but in others, not as much.
Like, when the difficulty is really turned up and you have to perform in a turn-based game, it really doesn't feel good.
Let me just move this over here. Because that little trick I learned from my first go through in the demo, that sneaky little mimic sat right next to a pressure plate, has one of the last things I found that needed to be replaced. So, like, not this time. Not again.
Not again, boy.
Let's see.
I think that's also part of the reason why games like... what is it? Fucking... XCOM feel as bad as they do at higher levels, is because it can get really swingy, and you can either really dominate a match, or you can get so overwhelmed that it just feels awful.
Yeah, I've casually played that game. I think I've finished one run once, but the problem is that I really don't like losing. Like, I'm the kind of person that when I play Fire Emblem, if a unit dies, no, they didn't. I've reset the game already.
I feel that rejection sensitivity really hurts.
Yeah. Mhm.
You'd, as far as I've heard, you probably wouldn't like Tactics Ogre.
Oh, what's that?
It was a really old turn-based RPG that competed with Final Fantasy in the early 90s on SNES, I think.
Like
One
Final
of the sequels was
Fantasy
named...
Tactics, or?
No, Tactics Ogre.
Ah, okay.
It was telling a much more adult fantasy story than Final Fantasy typically does. The
Mhm.
caveat is that the game is extremely punishing, as far as I've heard.
Are you allowed to just save scum?
Well, it's an SNES. You can't.
Ah.
Any saving system that you're going to be getting on an SNES is going to be based on the cartridge memory, and that is already cumbersome.
Alright, I got the eye.
Good. I know we're going to die to it a couple times, but it
Mhm.
makes me feel good that it's not there anymore.
Yeah. I'm definitely the kind of person, though, that I think just seeing stuff like Toy Story at a young age really fucked me up. Because now I treat everything as having an inner life, and it means I'm not able to get rid of anything.
I mean,
Like,
you're just a devout Shintoist. It's fine.
but I'm not. Like, I don't even know if that's technically a thing I can be.
You got that? Okay. I think there is a validity to having empathy for inanimate objects, though. I think just because it's like, it is good practice. Being able to demonstrate empathy for other beings, even those that don't necessarily exist, is a hallmark of good practice of your social skills.
I hadn't
And
really thought of that.
That's something that narcissists wouldn't be capable of. They'd just see an inanimate object as an inanimate object. I have opened the door.
Oh. What?
Surprise, there's more dungeon.
Yep. That's where they get some real devious traps going. Oh, no, I guess we didn't need another barrel over here. Well, how's it going over there?
I'm just scouting.
I remember it took me so long to finish this area.
It is quite loud.
The good news is we won't need to take any slimes or mimics over there, because those that area, that last section has its own.
Find out if this chair belongs anywhere or if I'm just going crazy. Fuck that chair.
Let's see, maybe it goes in the library. Libraries. They
Shrimp
have
on the library.
books.
Arby's, we have the beat beat.
Looks like we need a table, some books, some benches, and the treasure chest.
Should I move the mimic closer?
At least to that area with the swinging pendulums, I think, because we won't need it after that.
So, there we go. Oh. I want to put it in a place where we won't accidentally run into it.
Smart. Okay. There we go. Let's pump a couple more slimes into the cleaning bucket. There we go, that should do for now. Oh, there you are. Oh. Oh, this is what you're getting. I see. But yeah, see, this area has its own slime and mimics.
Ah.
That's alright though. This is the well, let's think of that as like the final stretch. I like that bunny hopping is in this game. Alright, let's see if I can get it in first try this time. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, FPS platforming, I hate it.
Ah. It's alright. There's no real penalty to dying in that one because, like, what's it gonna do? The blood only goes into the pit.
Ah. Oh, I gotta sprint while getting off the platform too? Jesus.
Oh, that's fun. I like that it doesn't matter what the restorable object is. If it can go on a spot, you can put it there.
There we go, finally.
Yeah, you did it!
Is there a mimic over here?
Let's see. I don't remember. There might be one upstairs. Oh.
There's the traps. Yeah.
Sadly, you also can't just throw the meat into the pit. Where do we leave the mimic?
Oh, back here.
Ah, I see.
I'm not looking forward to that trap area out there.
Yeah, it was the worst.
Let me see what I can do on the area that I feel like I could do more with.
Alright, I'll come help. You're right though, the Cavern of Screaming Souls is kind of a little loud. They could work on that, I feel.
Like, honestly, yeah. A little less screaming, a little more wailing.
Very atonal.
What we need is a choir director. Maybe get a banshee in here.
Oh, that would be lovely.
But then you have to make a con save every time they do a rep and musical practice, so
Yeah.
that's rough.
Do you think I should do hand pies tonight or try to do a full pie? I've got 2 pie crusts, and initially the recipe I was gonna follow is for hand pies. But
What do you feel more comfortable with?
honestly, I don't really know. Like, I haven't made any savory pies before. Or any savory full pies before, but when I've made the hand pies in the past, they tend to be... They don't really seem to be, spread apart enough, I guess, to hold all of the filling that the recipe ends up making. So maybe that's just a fault of the dough I was using, or I don't know.
It's a little overstuffed, you think? I think you might be better off doing a full pie then.
I've never done one of those before, but...
If you have done savory pies before, then you at least have a grounding.
Oh, I mean, I've only done savory hand pies before, rather.
Fair. I think also adding a little bit of challenge to this by making this like the first thing that you've done in this sphere, making a full pie, would also incentivize you to pay attention, work on it, make sure that you have everything in order, and ultimately make it taste better.
You know, that is a very good point.
Whenever I take on a slight challenge when I cook, it ends up with me paying more attention to how it comes together.
Mm-hmm.
Generally makes it better. And I know that's hard to qualify, like, generally better. Like, what does that mean in culinary sense? But, like, experimenting with hash last night with just some chopped onions, some chopped potatoes, and then putting that in butter, that honestly worked out better than I ever expected.
Oh, that's what hot hash is?
It's basic hash. Like, there's things like sausage hash, which is the same thing but adding crumbled sausage to it.
Oh.
That tastes pretty good. But I wanted to go for something to go with ribs that wasn't necessarily... Oh, the ribs turned out good too.
Oh, it does sound lovely.
It wasn't necessarily vegetarian because it's covered in butter, so...
I mean, you were already making ribs, so I feel like that kind of disqualifies it from being vegetarian. Oh shit. What the?
What's up?
Huh.
What'd you find?
I found that if you jump off the side of the bridge, you don't get any death screen. You're just immediately teleported back to the central starting area.
Huh.
Like, not really useful, but interesting, I guess. I like that you immediately tried it, too. Let's see,
I threw a chair somewhere.
see.
And I don't know where it went.
Was there need for a Q in Hue? It doesn't look like it. God, now I'm just thinking of those foods, though. See, chat, if the shared perversions and deep emotional intimacy were what initially got me hooked on Abby, it was the
Aw.
cooking that definitely helped continue that.
I'm not even that good of a cook, honestly.
They're still good. I'm easily persuaded by people that genuinely put a lot of effort into trying to do something like cook. It's the acts of love that are very ephemeral, like food, that I feel are particularly special, I think.
Things that aren't permanent, but, like, still demonstrate a level of effort.
Mm-hmm.
I think I see what you mean. Does this fucking barrel go anywhere? Chat, is this a barrel?
Barrel. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay, I can just parkour back out of it. Alright.
Let's see.
That's... Oh, that's a heavy stain. There we go. Okay. Don't see any other stains over here.
I think we're clear on stains.
Hmm.
Here's where the quad barrel went.
Oh,
How did you get over there?
tricky little devil.
Oh, that's a dungeon idea.
Hmm?
All of the non-wall-based objects are mimics. However, they're not all trying to kill you.
Oh, just sort of a mimic commune?
It's a bit like Mimic Commune meets Prop Hunt.
Well, that sounds fun.
They are terrified of you, which means that when you're not looking, they may try to make a run for it, and you may not be able to tell which ones are hostile and which one are not.
Yeah, I like that. Speaking of dungeons, have you been following Dungeon Meshi?
I have not recently. I think the last one that I saw was the one that introduced Kabru.
Ah. Oh boy, poor Cabra.
My man wants Leos so bad, but he doesn't want the neurodivergent side of Leos.
I mean, to be fair, that feels like a pretty universal experience for people with Leos. It's like, oh god, this guy was so nice until he started talking.
I would love him.
Yeah.
He is deserving of love.
Have
Bless
you
that.
read the whole manga, or are you following
I
the
have-
anime?
I've been following the anime. I do have Volume 1 on my bookshelf. I do know how it ends, because I've been following Twitter, so I've been able to figure that out. Both the, the platonic vibes and the incredibly horny vibes that come from that. And god, that ending is horny in the weird ways. Anyone who's seen it probably knows.
I'm curious now because I have read through the whole series and I'm trying to figure out, okay, what are we talking about here? What part of this is horny?
There's quite a few things. And I don't want to say it because I don't want to spoil it for chat here.
In very oblique terms, is it possible to say?
Body dysmorphia, big sapphic vibes, and a lot of emotional manipulation. But that's the back half of Dungeon Meshi in general. I suppose the big part is like the synthesis of themes by the end, where you are what you eat becomes like physical, very real. I think this is everything.
I do love how how he's able to resolve that final encounter, though.
Yeah.
It really does just feel like a culmination of what he is as a character. This is where his autistic hyperfixation has gotten him.
Bless you, Ryoko Kui.
I wonder what they're up to these days. Other than, I
Uh,
assume, having connections to the show.
as far as I've seen, she has been playing BG3.
Oh, good for her.
She did a splash page of all of her favorite Western CRPG
Oh yeah,
characters.
I had seen in that all of her favorite elves. I can't believe that Solus made the list.
Really?
The man has the personality of a conservative hard-boiled egg and a turtleneck. I don't know what people see. I can't see anything left over here. Which means I think we may have to head towards the trap house.
For the last few things, God. Alright. Alright. I'm putting on my robe and wizard hat.
I'll try and bring over the mimic. There we go. So, try not to get in front of the mimic. I'm gonna go through real quick and try and gobble some things. At least whatever I can get to. Alright, let's see. Central pressure plate for that one. House mimic, basically just the movie Monster House. So true. I mean,
Well, that's implying that the dungeon itself is a mimic, and that's not necessarily what I wanted to go for, but that is also valid. I just wanted to induce the paranoia. And slime again. I just wanted to induce the paranoia that every object in the dungeon could be a mimic.
alright. I have successfully gotten through. Oh, this is right above the library area from downstairs.
There are undoubtedly things down there that have
Yeah.
yet to be
So
fixed.
I'm tossing some of the stuff down, like the treasure chest that goes down there. Uh-oh.
Bless you.
Thank you. Is there a river? Hey, J-Deggy. I mean, there was a river. We were trying to play Baldur's Gate 3 earlier, and the game decided... Nah, actually... Nah, this ain't it, Chief. Oh, have you been trying to get through up here?
Yeah, not great.
It's okay, hon, you don't have to. I'll do my best to send the things that need to go down.
At the very least, I want to make sure it's clean.
Fair. It looks like we will need a barrel, though. Barrel! Barrel! It definitely takes some practice to get used to, though. I'll give you that for sure. Yippee, the panda's back. Mm-hmm.
A yippee, really?
Yeah. You've got a tiny little German child, very excited. Oh no. Oh wait, no, that needs to be up here. Oh darn, that's gonna be difficult. Oh dear. Okay, this one I'm pretty sure can go down. Alright, I'm gonna come through with the mimic to try and fight things up. I'm giving y'all the heads up now.
Okay. Get out of your way.
Okay. There's one organic remaining somewhere. Oh. Okay. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna briefly put this down to get this bloodstain. Symphony of the Night. Okay. I have no clue where that last organic remain is, though.
Neither do I.
Oh dear. Alright, Mimic, you live over here now. Poor jellyfish-looking creature. Yeah. Life is tough for slime mops. Treasure chest goes over here.
Are there any papers up there?
I didn't see any. You're welcome to take a look too if you like.
You're asking me to die.
Oh, I guess when you put it that way. I've got to move this sofa across the pendulum pit. Oh boy. Now the funny thing is, I'm pretty sure I made the exact same
Oh no.
Oh, there we go. No, it's alright. It made it across with me.
Ah,
Hmm?
I died again.
Ah. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, still.
So I may have encountered a bug.
Oh?
I threw some viscera off the cliff here. I think it might be stuck.
Oh. Oh, sorry, Ornix. I should have remembered to turn that off. Since I'm on a reactive right now. I mean, from my experience, if it was thrown into an out of bounds area, it should have respawned where it originally was.
But what if it was created? What if it was generated by a person?
I don't know. Let me see. Where did you throw it off?
Right in front of the cliff.
In front of the cliff?
The jumping puzzle.
Let's see. I don't see it.
Press Q. How the heck do I get up on the second floor of the library? Is that through the...
Yep, that's through the
Trap tunnel?
pendulums.
Ah.
I'm not sure.
When you press Q, it shows up.
It does?
There's a little marker right here, 8 meters.
Oh. Alright, let me try and take a look. It wasn't very cash money of you, Bun. What? Hello again. Just moving through, closing up, lurking. Alright. Let me put this up. There we go. Oh, it was pinging on a blood stain over here on the column, I think.
Ah, I see.
It doesn't explain where the last... Ooh, that was close. Oh, that was even closer. Yeah, you gotta yank it hard. You did it!
Yay!
I'm very proud of you.
There we go. That got both of those.
Must have been somewhere else that our bogos got vented then. Still need one more barrel, so I'll try and check back in the last section here. For a barrel. No, you do need to be there. Okay. Ah, here we go. Here's a barrel. Okay.
Books are meant to be there.
Alright, I've got the last two things that need to go up at the end of the hallway, and I haven't seen any organic remains left, so I can only assume that they're not here.
I'm looking back in the dining hall. I don't see them anywhere here. I don't think it's in the previous eye room either.
Also, I'm not sure where that last bit of the restorable stuff is either.
It could be that eye in.
Oh,
The
that is
far one.
true.
Let me go ahead and put that in.
Alright. You don't think it counts slimes as organic remains, do you?
Give it a shot.
Alright.
I don't think it did in the previous one.
No?
Nope. Maybe just... Let me see if I can't regenerate it. Oh, when I try to die, I miss it. Okay.
Do you want me to trigger it for you, hon?
I just can't kill myself. God.
Hold on, I know how to kill you. Here comes the bite train. Alright.
Let's see if that'll cause a respawn. Because I have a sneaking suspicion that that's my viscera. No?
What on earth?
Let me check the original area that I died. That might be the source of this.
Because I checked the tunnel. Let's see. Who's excited about the new Pokemon game? I guess tentatively I'm excited. I don't think I have enough information yet to really decide if I'm gonna be excited about it or not.
I think we might be bugged out. I also just died, and that makes me feel even worse.
Ooh. Alright. Well, we can
just call...
Yeah.
Yeah, we can just call this done, because we've spent 50 minutes on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, so that's Goblin Cleanup. I hope y'all enjoyed. Honestly, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to seeing the full version of the game.
I honestly hope that the main game doesn't have as many tricky areas like that.
Yeah, it did feel like a pretty drastic upscaling in terms of difficulty from the first to second levels available.
I think it might just be to show a vertical slice, but even then, if that's their intended difficulty curve, I probably won't be interested.
That's fair. Let's see. I should probably try and save the DLC for Power Wash Simulator that I was going to play tomorrow for tomorrow. So what else could I do today? I haven't even been going for 2 hours, which feels too short. Plus, Epitome is not going to be home for fairly, well, still a fair bit of time after this, so I don't know if that's. I don't know how I was gonna end that sentence. So I don't think. I think it's too early for me to try and start working on that. Hmm. Hmm. Let's try. You know what? I'll do some. I guess I'll do some Gunfire Reborn for now. It's been a little while since I've done that on stream.
Mm.
And it's the kind of game that I don't have to think too hard about, so I can still just talk.
Yeah.
If you do need to bounce at any point, though, it's okay.
I can stay for a little while, that's it. That's all.
Alright. Oh, apparently I was already doing a run. Oh, yeah, sure. Where was I? I was in furry Japan. Okay. Hmm. I was probably trying to build up my muns again.
Hmm.
I'm just trying to think if there's anything I can talk about for the subathon at the moment. I guess I've been trying to find things for some kind of you laugh, you lose challenge, but it's hard to actually do that for myself because then I know what to expect, you know?
Yeah.
Mm. So have you been able to do anything nice for yourself lately?
Not too much. But I found some sort of catharsis writing for myself before opening commissions at the end of the week.
Oh?
It's just a bunch of short stuff that I haven't really put much effort into.
Hmm. What kind of stuff were you writing about?
I'm not gonna tell you about it when you're still working on the thing that I gave you.
That is true.
It
I
won't do
do.
you any good.
Okay, I see how it is. You wanted the illustration to be of right after the change, if I recall, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure. I think I have anything cursed. This is nice stuff. Grab that. I'm trying to think now of what the most problematic time in French history we could have for Pokemon Legends.
there are quite a few parts of French history you could call problematic.
Well, specifically for portraying in a children's game. I feel like the French Revolution is definitely going to be pretty high up there.
Oh yeah.
Maybe some French colon. Well, I don't think they're going to go colonialism again. They just had Hokkaido.
It could be something like the Huguenots, the Musketeer era.
Ooh. Oh, they do have those Pokemon which are based off of the Four Musketeers. That's true. Hmm. I'm still a little sad that in Paldea we didn't get to see the impact of Pokemon Catholicism's cultural weight on like the population of like Pokemon Muslim and Pokemon Jewish people within Paldea. Oh, I'm gonna be sending you the pictures later tonight, but I don't know if I specifically told you that someone ordered a virgin killer for me off of Throne,
Nice.
and I now have had pictures taken of me and said murderous top. Actually, I guess that kind of works. It's given me new motivation to try and work on my tummy. Which, of course, is always complicated since, hey, eating disorders. But I think, honestly, it's less a matter of I am not going to be happy weighing above a certain threshold and more a case of, like, I'm fine being at this weight, I just really don't like the way my body currently holds that weight. Like, where it holds it.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like I probably could have just stopped the sentence at I don't like how my body, and that would have also pretty aptly summed things up. I think the main thing is just for me gonna be trying to wean down how often I snack, and when I do snack, how often it's like starchy things. Because I'm definitely guilty of doing a ton of starchy foods for snacks, and I feel like that's the kind of food that usually gets packed on.
Yeah. It's hard not to go for starchy stuff because it feels filling in the moment.
Oh, I forgot to update the category. I'm not gonna be able to look at that weapon drop in the middle of this. As much as I would love to be a turtle with a buzzsaw game, gotta give me a chance to actually sit down and look at it. God, this is disgustingly fast. I love it. God. I'm just a brick wall of turtle dick and punching. I am the master fister.
Jeez.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Oh, that is tempting. For a character whose whole power is based off of how fast they move. Yeah, I feel like something that just lets me move faster while holding a buzzsaw in front of me. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, actually. Oh, okay, now when killing the enemy, I get even faster. Fantastic. I love it. Let's see what we can do with this, friends. Yes, J-Deggy Gunfire. I know. I'm glad that I was able to induct you into the game. Oh, that's a wall. Okay, fair enough. Be the influencer. Oh. I don't know if I should feel proud of being an influencer, but I guess I'll take it. Epitome and I have been getting back into watching a lot of Taskmaster lately, and it's just a lot of fun. We've watched that with you before, right?
I think so. I don't remember it off the top of my head.
Taskmaster is a British game show where a bunch of comedians are given a collection of random weird tasks, and their goal is to, well, be the best at completing those tasks, and then whoever wins week to week gets a collection of prizes that all of the contestants bring in, and whoever wins overall gets a golden trophy of Greg Davies' head. You know what? After this run, unless I end up doing something else, I'm gonna put on an episode to show y'all. Because it's definitely the sort of thing that I have watched before. Oh, there you are. You're up. You little fucking coward. You're up there, huh? Alright, fine. I'll use my pistol. There you go.
It always feels bad when you have to go back to your pistol to finish a fight. when you're a melee character.
Yeah, I mean, I would just dive in. The issue is mainly that I'm pretty sure that's the start of another area, so if I do, it's gonna be, now I have to deal with this shit. Truthfully, I don't know how good this is gonna be once we get into the boss fight, because uh I'm not really able to get close to any of the bosses in this area.
One can only hope.
Truly. Let's switch back to the flaming bamboo shinai. I don't have anything for that. I don't, so I won't. God, I punch so fucking much. I truly have become the master of fisting. A demon lord. A Mephisto, if you will. And unfortunately for all of you, chat, you will. I really wish I could say that you didn't have to, but you will. Let's go into the vault first. Oh. Oh, that was too fast, unfortunately. Oh well. Still made money, which was all I really wanted. Alright. There we go. Eh. Gosh. Keep running out of ammo. So I'm curious about something as someone else who runs tabletop and who
Yeah.
writes. Where's the... I found recently I was just listening to a song on Spotify just that randomly came up from Epitome's collection, and I had like a visceral emotional reaction where I immediately thought of a specific like campaign idea that I had thought about before and had kind of given up on as like, it doesn't really feel right. It doesn't really feel like it's my thing. And I realized, oh, wait a second. I can alter this just enough where it becomes a metaphor for being a isolated minority that the majority power is trying to oppress and marginalize, and like, oh no, I've accidentally made it queer. Oh no, I've got to do it now. And I'm wondering if that's a thing that has happened with you before too. Also, hey Sif, how's it going? Let me give you a shout out.
It's happened a couple times, yeah.
Accidental queer. No, I do have a lot of accidents. I am a very clumsy queer, but not in this case. Hello though, Raiders. Welcome, welcome. If you're new here, hi. My name is Beatrix. I'm a taxidermy jackalope brought to life by the power of love and slightly mad science. I do variety streams with a focus on roguelikes, digital artwork, and RPGs of every kind. So if you're interested in any of those things, well, I hope you'll stick around. Today, originally, I was going to be playing Baldur's Gate 3. Then the game decided, nah, actually, something mods broke, something, go fuck yourself. And it turns out I'm not able to play it with my co-op partners. So then I pivoted. I showed my partner here. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Abby. I'm one of B's Polycule partners.
And I showed them the demo for Goblin Cleanup, which is kind of like Viscera Cleanup Detail, except what if everyone was a cute anime goblin maid, and when you die, it's not as much of a penalty, it's less punishing. But it's also just really fun because it's like, okay, you ever think about in video games how dungeons are always weirdly clean no matter how many adventurers go through it? It's because of them. That's their job. And then I ran out of demo to share, so I started playing Gunfire. And I was just talking about how I had this situation happen to me where I was thinking about a tabletop campaign idea that I was at one point maybe going to run, and I was like, I mean, it's an interesting ish concept, but like, it's just, it doesn't really have anything beyond that to it. I'll probably give a pass on it. And I was recently just listening to random music playlists with my partner Epitome, and I just had a moment where I listened to it and I heard suddenly the same exact campaign that I had rejected, and I realized, wait a second, I can remake the story into a plot line about marginalized minority groups trying to struggle against oppressive and violently negligent majority powers. I can make this queer. And then I realized, well, fuck, I'm now up to 3 campaigns that I really, really, really want to be running with 4 people. So if people are interested, by the way, there's still potentially room in the psychedelic, psychological, surreal, horror, urban fantasy of Changeling the Lost, Viva Lost Vegas, and I guess I'm also gonna have to do my post-apocalyptic, high fantasy giant mecha series too. So if you're interested, please get in touch. I motivate myself to do things primarily because it makes me happy to be able to do things with people. Let's see. Uh, let's see. Gunfire is a nice cover. Agreed. Hey, Tyler. Gonna go lurk for now, though. Your brain's a little soft after stream, so you're gonna rest for a bit. No problem. I'll get in touch with you sometime again later this week to check in about the one shot stuff. And if you're interested in either the high fantasy post apocalyptic mecha or the urban fantasy surreal horror adventure, uh, let me know because I'll still be looking for people for those. The door is also still open to you, dear, for those. I remember, I think at some point you expressed some interest in the changeling one, so that is an option.
I still don't know what my schedule is going to look like. I'm close to a finale of the tabletop game that I'm working on, so I want to get through that first before I make any commitments.
Of course. I chose a really bad time to use my ult. Come on, gotta get in. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. We're still in this. Somehow. I don't know how, but I'll take it. Oh. Here we go. You gonna breathe on me? Okay, I like it. Nah. Pass on that. Reload both of those. Cool. I love being stuck behind AoEs.
It's your favorite pastime.
It really is.
It's my favorite
yeah,
pastime.
For sure. Okay, what do you got, peddler? Ooh. Dang it, I do really like the illusion, and that is a great effect for it, but it's also not going to be able to actually have any of the power-ups later that I'll really be looking for. What's a girl to do?
What is a girl to do?
I don't know. Need to find more girl to ask.
We need to increase girls, what you're saying.
Oh no. Oh, this is just gonna be the worst. Well, Hey, how am I gonna do this? I'm trying very hard not to hit any of the others. It's very difficult, though. Oh, cool. Fantastic. I love that for me. Oh, God. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. It ain't worth it, Chief. If shit sucks, hit the brakes. Sometimes you just gotta give up on your dreams. Sometimes you just gotta let your dreams be memes. Just say no to doing it. Ponyo, little fishy in the sea. Ponyo, Ponyo, strike for democracy. Ponyo, Ponyo, now you're a hell diver. Ponyo, Ponyo, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I do really appreciate that, like, the devs of Helldivers made a public statement being like, hey guys, this is a satire. Don't be a fascist.
They had to come out and explicitly say it.
Like, I don't want to keep pointing at the booty shorts, but I'm pointing at the satire requires clarity of purpose, lest it be confused for endorsement booty shorts again. Which, by the way, if anyone knows a place where I can get custom booty shorts printed, please let me know, because I would love to have an actual physical pair of booty shorts with that on them. I'll save that for my next birthday or Christmas gift or whatever, I guess.
That would be a good It would be a good birthday present.
I'm a little too late for that, though.
Yeah, fair.
Like, I guess I'm technically celebrating my birthday with the subathon, but still. Also, hey Zira! Come home from a rough day to find your favorite bee playing one of your favorite games. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad I can hopefully make the day a little bit better. Oh god, there's so many knives! Who gave this dog so many knives? This isn't Dark Souls. I don't think I'll ever forgive Dark Souls for forcing you to euthanize a dog as a boss.
Well, the dog was noble.
Yeah. But, like, again, it goes back to my thesis of there needs to be a game, a Souls-like type game, where you can just legitimately have social skills like charisma as a stat. I want to be able to non-violently diffuse situations. I don't want to have to kill a dog when I could just, like, explain to the dog or, like, passively befriend the dog, you know? I mean, it would also be nice, like, if they had a trans femme character that doesn't get absorbed by a giant sludge monster and puppeteered with her corpse for the third game, but I'm just getting really nuanced. God, this is fucking absurd. Oh my god. we're gonna have custom booty shorts, you'd like the "This is not a place of honor." Oh my god. Oh, that would be really good, though. I can't. I'm not even gonna try and make a funny quip about that. That's just fantastic. This is not a place of honor. This is not a place of honor. This is not a place of honor. This is a nuclear test site. Turtle power. Oh, rude. We're slowly working our way through. This is not a place. I just love that you can read the "This is not a place of honor" bit to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme. This is not a place.
It is
of
in theme with
honor.
toxic waste.
True. No highly esteemed deed is commemorated here. Nothing is valued here. The ending doesn't really land, but there we go. Okay, let's see. Ooh, really not giving me much in the way of weapons, huh, game? Alright. Let's see how it's gonna be. What would you want on a pair of booty shorts, dear?
I haven't really thought about it.
I mean, there's always the classic of "you are not immune to propaganda" tea.
I feel like
Booty
that's
short.
too. I feel like that's too ironic for me.
You don't think you've got a nice enough butt? I do.
But I think the sentiment is too ironic. I'm not thinking of anything, so probably don't know.
You could do something like, if you or a loved one has been affected by mesothelioma, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
Now, see, that feels like a non sequitur.
Exactly.
I mean, like, a bad kind of non sequitur. Like, it doesn't refer to my ass in any way.
Fair. Let's see. Well, how would you normally refer to your ass?
I don't know how to answer that statement.
What do you mean?
I just don't.
Oh, that's sad. You've got a good ass.
All right.
Well, I appreciate that you aren't trying to fight me on it.
I mean, like, what am I going to do? What could I reasonably say? I don't think about my ass that often.
Fair. Fair, I'll grant that. I'll be the bigger woman and say, that's fair. Maybe it could be referencing some kind of butt-related kink or fetish or something.
Maybe.
Have like a peach emoji.
Peach emoji seems pretty good. Yeah, I think that's just the right level of I'm online for most of my life kind of vibe.
You could always do something like man-made horrors beyond your comprehension.
That definitely feels like my vibe too.
Looks like Epitome just got home. Gonna go say hi.
Give me a second. I literally just got in the door.
Understandable.
Also hungry myself.
Alright, I think we're wrapping up here.
Short stream, but we got some stuff done.
Yeah. I'm gonna make pies. I'm looking forward to making pies. Pies. Endless pies. Now I'm just thinking of, does anyone else remember Pushing Daisies? That was such a good freaking show.
When was that show?
Gosh, I think that was, I want to say the mid 2010s, maybe, or maybe even earlier than that. Do you remember the show I was talking about?
Taskmaster or
Oh, no, Pushing Daisies.
I honestly don't.
Hmm. It was a show about a pie maker who has the magic touch of if he touches someone or something that is dead, it comes back to life. But if it stays alive for more than a minute, something else of equivalent life dies. So, oh, and touching someone again that he's brought back to life puts them back to death. But it starts off as a show about uh, a detective who uses the pie maker to help him solve murder cases by just asking the corpse who killed them. And then he ends up bringing back a crush of his, and it also becomes this interesting love story of having relationships and affection and intimacy for people that you literally can never ever touch or you will kill them again. It was a really nice show. It had very strong writing. I feel like you would like the writing.
Yeah, it feels like the kind of premise I would intrinsically remember, but where did it air?
Oh gosh. It feels like it was on like an ABC maybe. It wasn't like a cable access. Hmm. All right. Well, another thing that I'll have to show you.
I'll look forward to it, I suppose.
Hmm. That sounds nice. All right. I'm going to start looking for a raid target for us. While I do that, could someone give me the socials command? Thank you. Now, the first link there is my card. If you want to see all of the stuff I do in one place, or if you want to check out commission info, which I will say is actually going to be a little out of date now. I need to update that. Then check out the card. If you want to get to know me or any of the amazing people that are a part of my community, please consider maybe joining the Discord. I'd love to get to know you. Then we have Twitter where I post my schedule, artwork, sometimes other stuff. It's a blog. It's a mess. I'm shifting away from using it, but it is what it is. And YouTube where I put my VODs when I remember I should put them somewhere so I don't keep freaking losing them every single time. My next stream is going to be tomorrow at 2 p.m. EST. Just today, actually, Power Wash Sim dropped new free DLC based off of Warhammer 40k. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work, but I'm very interested in finding out, and I hope you are too. So, yeah, that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. And again, as a reminder, we got the big birthday subathon to help me raise money so I can go smooch my girlfriend in person, upgrade my stream, debut my new 3.0 model. I really hope to see you all there for it. Okay, yeah. Hope to see you then, or at the very least, tomorrow at 2 for Power Wash. And let's see, what do we want to raid into here? Oh. Now what? Hmm, here, this person, speaking of, is also debuting a new model. So let me get that stream loaded up. Oh, and never mind. They are offline. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. I love that for them. Would you be interested, dear, in the new Prince of Persia in its Farsi dub?
The movie or the game?
The game. It has a Farsi dub now, which I feel is something that probably should have been in there from the get-go if it's a Prince of Persia.
I'm sure.
Okay. Okay. Then we will raid in there. Let's hope that this channel is... Okay, this channel is still going. Fantastic. Fantastic. Alright, we're going to be raiding in to the girlfriend in question that I'm raising money to try and smooch. Gyaru Garo. Which always makes me think of like a Lugaro. But no, as far as I'm aware, she is not oh, no. She is not a Cajun werewolf. If she is, I feel like there's a lot of questions I should be asking. But it's between me and my werewolf girlfriend. And I will thank you to keep that in mind. Anyhow, thank you all very much for hanging out with me today, despite as messy and unplanned for as the stream was. I really appreciate it. Here is a hug. Here's a smooch. And until I see you again, whether that be tomorrow at 2 or maybe Saturday at 12, I hope that you take care of yourselves, okay? Because somebody really cares about you. Some bunny. Alright. Love y'all. Goodbye.
Bye.
Where am I supposed to be?